Well, hi everyone, and welcome to the next DG video. It's great to have you along with us today, and I've actually got the high performance marketing team with us as well. And we're going to talk to you a little bit about the marketing aspects for our district. So, Shia, can you give us an idea of what the purpose of the high performance team is, and of course, what do we hope to achieve throughout this year?
Yeah, thanks, Peter. So the high performance marketing team is here to help clubs market themselves better. Rotary's best kept secret around, and we want to change that. So we're a team here who are all marketing specialists, and they're there to provide you tips and tricks and ideas on how to market your projects, your clubs better, and to a wider audience. So yeah, we're there for assistance.
Sounds great. Why does our public image need to be expanded in the community so people know more about us?
Well, I guess the premise of Rotary is service above self. And if you think about projects in the community and finding projects that are relevant to the needs of your community and events as well, fundraising events that really synergize with the people you are trying to reach out to, it's really important to actually choose the right project, plan it well. I think General Patton said 2/3 planning, 1/3 execution. So all of that back-end work that you do in terms of budget, strategy, timeline, really helps you deliver a really successful event. And if you have a successful event, it really does help the brand of Rotary improve and actually kind of get new members from your local community.
Sounds good, Chris. But what about our club websites? What do the clubs need to look at for their own particular websites?
Peter, I think what's really important is looking at your current website and having the team maybe assess that for you guys so you can actually see what areas we can improve on. The marketing team here can provide the advice and the assistance. And if you haven't got a website, we can actually guide you guys along the lines of creating a brand and supporting all your projects and everything else that you're doing. You really need to have that digital presence. So, your key area is that website opportunity. We know a lot of clubs do have not the resources within their club, so please reach out to us and we're happy to guide you along those ways. Sure.
So, Steve, what do they actually do to update their website? Isn't it just a set and forget type of thing where you can just have your website up and running?
I think you use the analogy, Pete, of a car. A car from 2010 doesn't have all the safety features that 2025 does. And with the changes of AI, which we'll talk about later, that's really enhancing the opportunities for clubs to get on board with a modern day website representation of where they're at.
Well, the other aspect of it, of course, Chris, is the social media posts. So how do we actually do that, particularly for a lot of the clubs who are doing their Facebook posts at the moment?
I think with the social media, one of the big things, and this ties in with the website as well, is to make sure that everything is engaging. We've got various different aspects that we can work with. Facebook is very popular with one particular demographic, but we need to be starting to look at different demographics. So linking things in like Instagram, or possibly even going down the avenue of using TikTok as such. Because that way we're expanding out, we're showing different things, and it's about making us accessible, seeing what we can do. And the best way of doing that is to show it in pictures. People are much more likely to understand what images say as opposed to spending time looking at words. But remember, the social media is all about engaging to then drive people to potentially the website so that they can then find out more information, and if they want to sign up and get active within the clubs, that's the way of doing it. So social media and the websites really do go hand in hand in a very big way.
Does the social media need to be interesting, or does it just need to be a record of what we've done?
It needs to be interesting, because it's very easy for us to sit there and pat ourselves on the back and say how good we are, but that's not going to encourage people. We need to be putting things out there that show people having fun, things that are outside of what we're normally viewed for. So not just the sausage sizzle, but how we're actually affecting the community. We need to show that we are an intrinsic part of the communities that we are within. There's a lot of views that Rotary raises a lot of money that goes overseas. Now, that's not true. We know that that's not true, but that perception doesn't come across. So if we can use social media to actually say, this is our community, this is us affecting our community, that becomes very powerful.
And we can help the clubs with some of that.
Absolutely. We can go through, we can help them from a technical perspective of getting things set up to begin with, and also then giving them hints and tips about things, even down to how to take decent photos. Because there are a lot of people who take a lot of photos. They're not always necessarily the most engaging. And there are a few odd little tips and tricks that we can give them that will just change that very quickly and very easily.
That's good advice. What about our external signage, guys? I mean, is that important as people see us from a distance if they're driving into a township, for example?
Yeah, I think so, Pete. We've all seen our country towns where we've got our volunteer boards, with all Rotary, Lions, Apex in the past. What's really important is having our signage consistent across the whole of not just Victoria, but, the world. We've got our brand centre that we've got, so it's really important at this time. And District has, come to the party on that area that, Bill and Judy are looking after our signage, and they're happy to talk to any club to look at re-enhancing their signage, bringing it up to date, getting new signage, and, that District's willing to go dollar for dollar on that side of it. So great opportunity to bring branding into the new age, and also have a consistent message all the way across Victoria.
And the other thing which is really intrinsic to all of this is the advent of AI. It's really coming in. It's all we seem to hear about is AI at the moment. What do you think we can do with that, with the clubs who may be even interested or looking at sort of putting in AI for their own particular club to help them?
AI is one of these things where you mention AI and most people instantly go, oh yes, ChatGPT. But there is so much more that can be done. And I think if you work on the basis of the old adage of work smarter, not harder, AI can be linked into things like Zoom meetings. So if you've got individuals who are on Zoom meetings, the Zoom can actually record and transcribe all of that information. If we're doing club meetings or board meetings or things like that, AI can be running in the background to actually capture that information, write up your notes for you straight away. We can incorporate things like AI chatbots onto websites, which means that if we've got a database of information, it makes it easier for someone to get an answer in what seems to be an easy format without having to spend a lot of time searching or anything like that. So the growth of AI is going to continue. And I think what we need to do is to look at different ways that we can make it work for us and see the opportunities that come out across a whole range of different areas. AI, we're used to it on our mobile phones. You take a photo and AI will make that photo better for you frequently without you even asking. But it's identifying how we can then make use of that elsewhere within the organisation as well.
Gee, it sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? So, Shia, if somebody is looking at this at the moment and they're thinking from a club level, I'd like to find out more about one of these areas, what's the best way of going about that to actually contact the team and also to get something done within a club level?
So the best to contact me. Yep. Details are on the district website. And then I will pass it on to the team, and either the whole team can come to their club, either in person or by Zoom, what suits, or just particular areas of focus if they're after, if they know they definitely want social media or they want AI, then the member who's that area of expertise, they will come along. But just to contact me first, and I can then disseminate it amongst the team. Because this isn't just the whole team, we do have more people.
Right.
So there are more of us.
It's a pretty good team, guys, and I must say, everybody is there really to help the clubs become better at what they do. So if you have any interest in any of the subjects we've just chatted about, please feel free, as Shia says, contact Shia about this. It's really worth your time to do that. And as a group, as Rotary, we can really improve. So thanks very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you at the next DG video. If everybody waves, we'll say, see you the next time.